We're working on 8V71 today. I'm going to be pulling the valve covers off and checking the fuel injection rack and making sure that it's all freed up, that I don't have any stuck injectors, because the motor ran away from me the other day when we got fired off. It's in a 1969 International 400 dump truck. You've seen some other videos I put up of it, the Donald Duck truck. So next step is going to be pulling the valve covers. It's got jakes on it, so I'm going to clip the wire going to the jakes, and I'll deal with that later. This is a project truck. It's got a cracked flywheel housing. The starter mount broke out of it, and I need to completely replace the flywheel housing on this before it can really be used. I'm going to try and limp it home after we get it running. So I'll catch up with you in a minute. Alright, valve cover off, and no stuck injectors. Linkage moves freely. Took the valve cover off the other side. And the same thing. I couldn't get it off all the way, but linkage moves freely. Looked up underneath, I don't have any stuck injectors, so now we're ready to seal it back up, and then we will try firing it off. So this is why I can't start the motor. As you can see, bottom side of the mount on the flywheel housing for the starter broke off, and it starts right there, but there's a crack that runs all the way up to the gear train, as you can see, and I can't quite get my hand up in there, but it's a pretty extensive crack, but it runs all the way up to the bottom of the gear train housing, and the whole flywheel housing is going to have to come off. There's the air starter. I've got it held up there with baling wire so it doesn't go anywhere. So I've got a pretty big job ahead of me, and next step is going to be looking for a flywheel housing. Got the valve covers back on, hooked my kill cable back up right down there. Had it disconnected. It moves freely. Throttle linkage moves freely. I adjusted the clutch. It's still loose, but it's about the best I can do. Sorry for the wind. Yeah, so got this other side on. It's ready to start. As you saw in the last scene there, I can't actually start it with the air starter, so we got to push it with the backhoe. So that'll be the next step. Okay, this is a proud moment in history here. So I got underneath this thing last time. And of course, showed you all that I was having major issues with my bell housing. So what I did was I took a chain, wrapped it around the bell housing with a chain binder, slapped that starter back in, and pulled everything shut so I could use the air starter again. And of course, the first time, you know, it was a little loose, so it spread open. I chained it, or tightened it one link, and then got into it. And you can see there's no, I mean, it's hard to kind of tell, but all the cracks are closed up. So Okay, my homies. This is kind of a moment of truth right here. So, oh yeah. Beautiful sight. Isn't that a beautiful sight? A little low on fuel in the fuel bowl there, so I've added some fuel stabilizer to it with some cetane boost just to help things out. So anyhow, that's my glorious moment with the 69 International 8D71 running. Valve cover's back on. Sounds like a dream.